Alright guys, it is Sunday afternoon, more like evening. I just took a long Sunday afternoon nap, so I wanted to show you guys a little bit, take some time out in the day and just kind of go over what I do. Let me make sure the mic's working here. I think it is. Yep. Alright, hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me show you. I figured maybe you want to know like what's in my truck when I go do installs, what I bring with me, the tools I bring, any kind of equipment, what I use. So let's take a look at that on this gorgeous day. So the first thing I want to show you is in the back of my truck. What do you think I have? Of course, a washer and dryer. The funny thing about this is after church today, I went and got the trailer and hooked it up. On my way back home, I had two people send me messages of screenshots in my hometown. Someone put out a washer and dryer free. If you want it, come get it. First come, first serve. I looked at the address. I was 2 minutes away. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get this, see if it's gone already or not, and here it is. The person I asked, don't be shy. I asked, so what's going on with it? She said they both work, they're just both loud. So the dryer I can fix. It's probably a roller or something, easy fix. The washer, let me show you what it is. It's an LG, I'm sorry, a GE. GEs are real common. It could be like a wash plate or something. It might be something that's not for anything. I can get some scrap money out of it. But the dryer, that's money. That's good money. So I'll take it. So I got that in the back of the truck, but I'm getting ready to go do some installs tomorrow morning. First install's at 8 a.m. and it's about 45, 50 minutes away. So I went here. So in this trailer, I can fit 5 sets. So I got washers on the left, dryers on the right. They'll either have a check mark or they'll say you tested. I've tested all of my units before I get them out here. I used not to do that. Fun fact, I used just to go with the flow, but that's when people were telling me they were testing them before I was buying from them, already tested, so on and so forth. I have some that's 3, the next one's 4, next one's 3, next one's 4, just kind of going back and forth. I will ask the customer sometime if they have a 4-prong or 3-prong. I'll tell them to send me a picture, and that helps. But honestly, the less I have to communicate back and forth with them, just to get a picture sometimes is a hassle. So I always have extra cords. One thing, if you're new in the business, you might have already figured this out if you've done it in a while, but I did not know this because I'm kind of retarded when it comes to appliances, but this is a stove plug. You might correct me if I'm wrong, but actually use that. And I went to Lowe's because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have this plug. It was like $50 almost for it. So where I get the dryers and washers from, he had a few and he was giving them for like $5 a piece. He just has a whole pile of them. So I was like, yep, I need a couple of those. So got a couple of those just in case. I mean, it's only happened twice, I think. So that's not too bad I probably should get that information. I've installed 170 at least people. Right now I'm at 149. I went down one. I was at 150. And but that's okay. I think it was collections. I think I sent one to collections last week. So yeah, let's look in the truck and see what we got now. Alert, my truck is not clean. Okay, I live in my truck practically. I have a kid, I have a wife. We like burgers and ice cream and Polar Pops. So, it's not gonna be the cleanest truck, but I'll just show you. Be straight up real with you. Here's what my truck looks like. So yeah, let me show you what's in this box. So this is just a tote that we have. Make sure I'm zoomed out. And first thing I keep in my tote, most important is, what's the most important? I really don't know. They're all important. 4-prong, 3-prong, just like I have. I always keep a couple in there. You always want to have an extra washer hose for a couple reasons. For one, if your washer hose you didn't notice but it has a little leak, you want to have one. Also, if the drain is farther away than what your hose reaches, then you can attach this one to go that extra length that you need. So you need one of these. Good to have. What I always put new in people's houses is a dryer vent. These are really nice. I'll go ahead and open it up. Do I have one? I think I have one. These are really nice because they have this band. Can you see that? Right around here. So it just kind of slides on there relatively easy. These are like an accordion. They can go together like so. So I always keep one of those. This is like a 7mm, which is kind of crappy, but I've just always bought these. I buy them on Amazon. And then washer hoses, threaded washer hoses. Buy these on Amazon as well. So I always put new washer hoses and new dryer vents on the units when I go into a customer's home. Okay, going down the list here. The next thing I keep in my box is rags, tough scuff, some kind of cleaner. I mean, just sitting in my trailer for 2 days, they get stuff on them. My wife tries to clean them up really good. I try to clean them up really good, but you got to have some kind of stuff when you're on the job site. You might see something that you missed. Clean them up real good. Make them look nice and pretty. Another really important thing. This is really important. If you have a helper, then you can use these straps. And if you don't know the straps, they go over your body. You and your partner's body each get one, and you put them on like this. They're called shoulder dollies. You can buy them all. That might be backwards, sorry. Shoulder dolly. You put them on like this, and then they hook in. The other person does it. You put it underneath the unit, and then you can pick up with your back, and it's better than trying to carry it in with the dolly. If I'm by myself, then I use the dolly, appliance dolly normally. But these straps, if I have a helper, that's the only thing we use. We only use the shoulder dollies. All right, what else do I got in here? For tools, I just bought a new one of these, so this is perfect. Look at this. This is name brand stuff. Just kidding. I got this at Walmart. It's like $18, $20. It's so cheap, but I can put a 1/4-inch screw, 1/4-inch 3/8 screw in here, and that's all I need. It's got a magnet in here, which is super helpful. Then my 1/4-inch screw has a magnet, which is super helpful. And so this is all you need at the job site. It's tiny. It can fit in my pocket, and that's what we go. So, all right, other tools we got in here. Other necessities. Here's my toolbox. This is the only toolbox I keep in my truck. It has just about everything you need. Here in a second, I'll show you. Actually, there's a couple things I keep in this tub in case I want to do some small repairs while I'm at the job site. All right, so I have 2 of these. I'll show you these 2. All right, this one is Menards. This one is, I don't know if you can see that real good. There you go. This one is Harbor Freight. So I like them both. I'm kind of going more Harbor Freight here recently, but Menards, you just turn this, drop it down, and then you use it like so. Problem is, like you just saw, like it went back up. It kind of goes back and forth when you're using it. What I like about Harbor Freight's, it's one button. Push this button, drop it where you want to, and it's locked. It's locked. Now I'm sure there's a price difference. I bought these Harbor Freight ones like 5 or 6 months ago. I'm not sure how much they were. I can't remember. But these were $20, which are kind of pricey. But really, with tools, I'm just a cheapo, I guess. That's probably not a bad price. So I recommend those. Harbor Freight, easy to find. They're red. I also have a little bit bigger pair from Menards, and these are a little different. These you pull down like this, they go up. They're not bad. The guys, if I have anybody helping me with, they don't know how to use them. It's kind of funny watching. But this is like ball, what are they? Ball bearing, real big connectors. If they're kind of hard to get off, to turn on the water, turn off the water, then we can put this on there. So I keep one of each in my little tray here, and these I've just been keeping in my pocket, to be honest with you, and walking around with it. All right, let me show you this. Here is this first side of the tray. These honestly are trash. I don't ever use them. You're gonna get after me. I keep a few screws in there. I keep a level if I want to level the washer from it shaking or whatnot, dryer. Just a few screwdrivers with 1/4-inch bits, Phillips head, flathead. Here's a long 7 millimeter for the dryer, and then here's a long 1/4-inch 3/8. Did I say 3/8? This is 5/16. Sorry. All right, that's that side. I'll flip it over here. This is the most annoying part about this. All right, I still didn't do it. There we go. Flip it over. Open this side up. That's what I keep on this side. So a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers, a little voltage tester, if you will. 12 more of those. Some tape. I don't ever tape the inlets unless like the threads are just completely shot. Then I'll use this to help me tape them up. And then this is the 5/16 and 1/4-inch. These are awesome. You can get these online. You can get them at where can you get them at? Amazon. I think that's where I got the ones online, which are on at Home Depot. Just take that out like that. Flip it over. 5/16 and 1/4-inch is really the only ones that, at least the majority of them, that are like when you're changing out dryer hoses, so on and so forth. So, and then we have these. So if you stuck with me, that means on this video, that means you're really interested in this. This is a big deal. So I number, serial code all of our washers and dryers. So when I go do the install, I will put in, I will stick this on the back. So this is our name, and then right underneath our name, I have AD0208. And then for washers, I have AW. So D is for dryers, W is for washers. So every dryer after I do the install gets one. If I have to go back and fix it and swap it, it gets one. And then I take a picture of it and I put it in our calendar data sheets where all of our customers are. And so that way I know what unit, who has what unit. But that's real valuable. I've been doing that since day one. I used to seriously get labels at Walmart or Dollar General and this right AW001. That was my first one. AW002, AD001, right on there with permanent marker, and then call it good. And so since then I've been able to look a little bit professional, I guess, if you will, and then write all the numbers on there. All right, last thing I want to show you is what I keep. I'll show you this real quick. Tablet. So I do all the customers when they sign the waiver, if you will, the agreement. It's all done on a tablet. I get their payment information and everything. It's all on a tablet. So after I get the install, I hand them the tablet. I go through all the terms and conditions. They sign, their life away, and then at the end they put in their card information. They hit accept or submit. It goes through. I get a notification on my phone that payment went through and that their form was submitted, and then we're good to go. So the tablet has made it super easy to be able to do that. If you're interested in learning more about that, shoot me an email. Email is usually in my YouTube description or my channel description. Okay, just recently I started bringing these. Last thing I'm going to show you, these two things with me. Maybe three things. Heating element. This heating element has the fuse in it and has the sensors, thermostats, that kind of thing. And so these are for dryers. I only will do. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do this or just bring it home and do it at the shop. But changing a heating element, I've got it down to where it takes about 3 minutes. So is it worth doing it on site? Maybe so, but it's only for certain dryers. And so like your standard Whirlpool dryers, Amana, you know the list. I can't think of all of them right now, but they're all the ones with like the standard back on them. GE dryers are different, so like I couldn't use this. So I'm thinking about maybe changing some of those on site when the dryers go out of these customers' homes. The other thing I have is a lid lock, and the lid locks are they seem to go out. So they're one of the common problems if your washer is just going is water's coming out, but then it stops on wash or stops on spin. Then it's probably the lid lock. Could be the lid lock. And so I'm like, well, I could just change that out. The lid lock would take me about 6 to 8 minutes to change out, just because I got to take the top off. Maybe not that long, maybe 5 minutes. But so I brought those things. I've changed one heating element out. I have 149 customers. I've only changed one heating element in a customer's house, but I did that last week. But today I put a couple of these in there. Just if I can do it and it takes 3 minutes, then I'm gonna try it and see. So anyways, you guys have questions, man. If you're just interested in learning side hustles, you want to learn about this business, write down in the comments, email me. If you're, I quit my job, going into this more full time. Am I 100% full time in this? Not quite, almost. I think I work full time, but I'm also out. I love doing different things, finding ways to make money, helping a guy mow the grass or pick up sticks in the yard. Me and my wife went out yesterday. There was an older guy, and we helped him pick up sticks in his yard for an hour and a half with me and my daughter and my wife, and he gave us a little money, and we helped him out. And so little things like that, just having fun, man. It's a lot of fun. So I appreciate y'all. God bless you. Subscribe to this channel. That motivates me to keep posting these videos and keep hanging out with y'all. And so God bless you. We'll see you in the next one.